Hello everyone. I see Grace has clipped this wonderful story. I shan't be recounting it. What are you doing over there? There we go. I shan't be recounting the story at this point. I'm echoing. Am I echoing now? Is it still 20? Is it double Tony, double shitting stories? I'm good. Okay. I don't see it being on the thing. Hold on, let me try something. Is it? Yeah, it's doing it again. Okay. And now it's not doing it. Okay, epic. All right. Okay, hello everyone! Welcome back. Grace, thank you so much for joining me once again.
Oh my god, anytime.
I'm so excited to be playing my favorite fucking video game once more with you, my friend. And with you, all my friends. Hello, Ninja, Grace. Esteban, you made it back! Beautiful. Brad, intellectual fan. Everyone I was fucking talking to while eating my steak, welcome. Grovey! We the goo, Grum the goo. The 6-minute steak was quite fantastic. I'm really good at cooking steak, so it was really yummy.
Oh shit, you cooked it?
Oh yeah. It was quite garlicky, quite buttery, quite steak. Yeah. So.
God, that sounds good.
Quite good. I had some broccoli, but now we will have. All right, Elden Ring, go away. There we go. All right, let me know if this is not loud enough. It looks a little quiet to mine eye on the readings, but could be not. Oh my gosh, Earl Dance, hello! Yes, I have no idea if we're gonna finish the case today because I can't remember how long the ending of this is. Probably, you know what?
I don't remember this at all. Like, well, I think this is probably where I stopped.
Then it's a surprise to us all. I doubt we'll finish today. Because there's a lot to, a lot of stuff. Yeah, exactly. The ending of a case is always 3 times as long as you think. And I'm not even thinking that this is close to the ending because there's so much stuff, so many little details where I'm like, well, that's not true. That's not who did that. That's not where that was. Unless it's Turn About a Blaze, then it's 5 times. Exactly. I also forgot to turn on my light here. I have a fun little jerry-rigged ring light because I broke it.
Oh no.
I broke it.
I'm using a light that I bought for filming self-tapes and like taking quote-unquote headshots and stuff. I'm using that as my like getting ready / putting on makeup light right now.
Oh, nice.
Where I put my dresser in my room, there's just like absolutely no light, and it's in a basement, so there's already no light anyway.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, that should be good. Listen, sometimes country girls make do, and if it emits light, then it can be good, right? There we go. We can be good. Okay. Still remembering that one horrible stream you tried to end DGS and it just went on forever. It was like only Tony has the answer in Forbidden VODs. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can use that computer. Brad has like an extra computer downstairs. I wanna see if I can just use that for uploading shit. Because then I could just like not have to worry about switching my computer over and like not using it if I'm uploading stuff or whatever. But it was like 5.5 hours and we didn't even finish it. Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
It was.
I'm just impressed at that point. Like,
it was like. I am glad though, because we ended up like finishing like the kind of case, and then the rest of the 3-hour stream the next time was literally like not even, because we presented the final piece of evidence, so it was just like, you know, showing in court the sad backstory or whatever of the culprit, and then like why they did it or whatever, describing all that, then the post-case stuff, and that was 3 hours.
that's insane.
It was a little, listen, Shutakumi needed an editor. A little bit. Yes, A. That's, oh, wow. It's been so long since the alphabet meme. You finished DGS 1, right?
Me?
Yes, you.
Nope.
Oh. I shan't say then. Never mind. All right, well, but we're not talking about DGS. Yeah, there you go.
A? That can't be a real word, can it? How funny.
That part drove me crazy.
Is Grump the Goo on your screen still?
Let me take that away. There we go. He's the chairman. Grump the Goo is the chairman.
Oh, that's so much better. I love this.
Right? I would rather Laxafoju or whatever. All right, it's April 6th, 8:30 a.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. 10 members, over a majority are present. I hereby call this hearing to order. We are gathered here today to assess the professional competency of Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Here in the sight of the goddess, who we do he didn't say who. We do solemnly swear to pass fair and frank judgment. Fair and frank? Don't make me laugh. Verity, if you would be so kind as to summarize the case against Mr. Edgeworth. I still hate that his goggles, like, the tears in his goggles, like, when he blinks, they, like, slosh. I think that's awful.
Ew. Yeah, no, I really don't like it. I find him repulsive.
Mm-hmm. His eyeballs are, like, because no matter, like, the shape of someone's eyes, everyone's eyeball is still an orb, but his eyeballs, I feel, are, like an oval. Do you know what I mean? Like, they look like someone has, like, deformed his actual eyeball. And I don't like it.
Ugh. Why did you point that out to me?
I'm sorry! I hate this guy! On April 5th, despite having been advised of the illegality of an investigation he was conducting, the accused refused to desist and eventually had to be detained by myself and Chairman Winner. His actions compromised the investigation into the murder of a certain defense attorney. Biblically accurate Excelsius. And despite having been presented with copious evidence of her guilt, he continues to insist that the suspect, 1K Faraday, is innocent of all charges. Perhaps you could explain the details of the murder to us as well? Of course. On the morning of the 5th, the body of the victim was found here in the committee chamber. Further explanation will be provided by...
Me, Eustace Winner, Premier Prosecutor.
The floor is yours, Mr. Winner.
The murder itself happened late on the night of the 4th. The victim was Miss Rosie Ringer. That same night, an illicit auction was being held here in this very room. Ringer took part in that auction, I think. Yeah.
This lady in the middle here, she's kind of
No, literally.
right.
Okay, girl.
I'll go through my AI2 screenshots to try to find if there's any good official translation specific lines, and like 50% of this folder is case 4. It's the Tony bait case, and I guess also the Grace bait case.
Meaning that the murder took place sometime during the auction.
When she was found, Ringer was dressed in an outfit that matched the description of the auctioneers. However, due to the fact that the auction carried on after the murder had occurred, I deduced that Ringer was not, in fact, the auctioneer.
You deduced nothing of the sort.
And what about the basis on which the suspect was detained, Mr. Winner?
Yeah, I got this. So Faraday was overcome by...
Crushing remorse, Eustace.
Yeah, that. Tons of crushing remorse. So she confessed. According to her confession, she was on the roof of this building when she encountered a person in a red raincoat on the viewing platform.
And that person was Ms. Ringer, I take it? Precisely, Mr. Chairman. The killer dressed the victim in the auctioneer's outfit after the fact. But at the time when she was killed, Miss Ringer was wearing a red raincoat.
And who won the race to find that raincoat nearby? Me. That's who.
I just keep thinking about I'm number 1 and 2 and 3. When they put me on a podium, they just put me at the top and I do the splits.
I just like I've been thinking for some reason I've been thinking about that all day. Did you? I thought it was somebody from forensics. Strictly speaking, it was found by one of the forensic investigators under Mr. Winner's command. I knew it! I love Verity using Mr. Winner for Eustace in front of the committee, like a nice professional, and then like whispering corrections. Yeah. It's very good.
Crushing remorse, Eustace.
The blood analysis on the coat showed that it was indeed Miss Ringer who had worn it. And the suspect's confession was the final nail in the coffin. She confirmed having committed the murder. So, as you can see, Kay Faraday was the killer. There's no way anybody else could have done it.
All right, Miles. I expect you have some objections. Let's get them out of the way, shall we?
I have no objections, Chairman Winner.
Well, now, is that so? I thought it would have taken more than a single...
No objections in the matter of my unauthorized investigation, that is. But in the matter of Miss Faraday's supposed guilt, I have plenty.
I can personally attest to the fact that Mr. Winner's investigation was fair and impartial.
Of course it was. When it comes to carefully conducted ops, I'm the winner every time.
It's called the human race because somebody has to win it.
Literally.
You know, Miles, it's within my power to offer you a plea deal of sorts. If, and this is purely hypothetical, of course, you were to withdraw your objections, you might wake up tomorrow to find yourself the proud owner of a seat on this committee. So I ask you again, do you have any objections, Mr. Edgeworth?
If you think you can buy my silence, think again. People have tried.
You will watch your mouth.
Only if the chairman watches his. They're so 13.
I can't.
He's like, only if the chairman watches his.
I didn't come here to talk about committee seats. I came here to talk about the murder case. I demand a statement under oath, and I won't rest until I have one. Buy my silence for $8,000 a month. I want to know exactly what the committee's view on the incident is. You want to put us on trial, my boy? Very well, if it will make you happy. Verity, please provide Edgeworth with the materials pertaining to the case. Really? But, sir...
This will be his last hurrah. So let's humor him with the send-off he desires.
Fun detail is that this is the only time Excelsius uses the respectful Mr. Edgeworth instead of first naming him, and it's when he's trying to bribe him.
If you say so, Mr. Chairman.
Evidence data received from Judge Gavelle.
You have no objections to Verity representing the committee, I assume?
None whatsoever.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be fine. You'll see.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mother off.
Mother off! Oh my gosh, hi, Jesse!
The committee's view of the case. Ms. Ringer attended the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. So, our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up onto the roof. After she'd emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Ms. Ringer was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out, and thus concludes the committee's view of the case.
She's so beautiful. The raincoat was on offer that night. Is that really true?
We believe so, yes. You remember the failed assassination attempt on the president of Zhongfa, I assume? The raincoat is a piece of evidence from that case. It should, of course, have remained safely under lock and key in the appropriate facility. But our inquiries revealed that it did in fact go missing under mysterious circumstances.
And wound up in the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose.
Wonderful work, Verity. Just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever.
You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you could save us all some time and simply admit defeat.
I'll do no such thing, thank you very much.
Very well. It's good to know that you still have some fight in you.
It is? Why? Come to think of it, she said some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to? What is going on inside that beautiful head? Ah! Guys, I love Verity. Did you guys know that I really love her? It's just so interesting to see from like this point, like I don't want to spoil things for Grace. I just like, this game is so good on replay. Fuck! You love Verity? Next you're gonna tell me that this game has themes. Okay. But she could have left just through the... Ms. Ringer was a member of the committee. Could she not have left the committee chamber via the main door?
while the auction was still underway. That would risk exposing its existence to those outside the trusted circle of attendees.
Given that Miss Hart found out about it, I think its existence is already well and exposed.
The rules of the auction stated that attendees were to enter and leave via the hatch in the roof. Ms. Ringer had no reason not to follow those rules. And given where the murder took place, we know that she must have done so.
Okay, but then how... Oh, right. Okay, we're supposed to... We know that the real scene of the crime is the... How do I show where the real scene of the crime was? We know that the real scene of the crime is upstairs. How do I tell her that? How do I... Excuse you, system sounds. I'll thank you to shut up. I don't want virus and threat protection right now. I love DGS2 as well, but honestly, I think that AAI2 might be just like... I don't know, like personally, I like AAI2's story better. Because DGS leaves a lot where I'm just like, but what about this, you know? But DGS2, extremely good game as well. Listen, why pit two bad bitches against each other?
Would you care to revise your testimony at all, Judge Gavel? No, why? Do you believe there is something wrong with it?
Well, no, nothing seems out of place.
Then perhaps you could refrain from insinuating otherwise.
Well, that blew up in my face. Okay.
Hold it!
But why? What possible motive could Kay have had?
That is exactly what we are hoping to establish in our upcoming interviews with Miss Faraday.
Coercive interrogation after the fact. Something you seem to specialize in.
If the murderer knew that the attendees would all be leaving via the hatch, then the roof would have been the perfect place to lie in wait. So, as I was saying, after she'd emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Ringer was attacked.
Okay, but...
Hold it!
I want her to say where her flame went out.
The flame of her life, Mr. Edgeworth. Though perhaps her flame was stolen from her is more apt.
Objection!
But the candelabrum that extinguished her life was one of the auction lots. Meaning Kay had no way of getting a hold of it to begin with.
Overruled.
Miss Faraday could not have lain in wait for the victim without knowing of the storeroom's existence.
Her flame went out, her metabolic processes.
She could easily have snuck down the ladder and stolen it while the auction was underway.
If only we knew where the candle holder was during the auction. That would surely clear the matter up, no? Well, either of you?
He's like, I'm imagining him doing the thing, like the thing from Hercules, Hades from Hercules, where he's like,
Sadly, we don't have anything that could tell us much on that front at the moment. Forgive me, sir. This is something we are hoping to establish through further investigation.
Well, isn't that a shame, Mouse, my boy? It seems that this line of inquiry is something of a dead end, isn't it?
So their theory is that the victim and her killer met on the roof, and that's where the murder took place. In other words, it assumes the viewing platform was the scene of the crime. But is that really the case? I thought I had evidence that clearly shows the story of what happened last night. Time to double check.
I do, and I tried to, hold on. On the viewing platform. But, okay, hold on. Maybe I'm not presenting the right piece of evidence. Because I presented this. Okay, I guess it's not this. Maybe it's this?
Objection!
No. There's a clear contradiction in your testimony, Judge Gavel. Silence! Such statements will not be tolerated by this court. And why not? What precisely is wrong with my statement? For one thing, the fact that you clearly do not believe it yourself. No! Was it that obvious? I'm going to have to be more careful next time. Video games.
Objection!
No. Would you mind taking a look at this, Judge Gavel? Am I expected to accept this as evidence? It appears to have no connection to my testimony. We're getting so many nice, good, like so many fun noises. That's a plus. Judge Gavel is a harder nut to crack than Mr. Winner. But that that made it seem like Winner is a hard nut to crack. Judge Gavel is a tougher nut to crack than Mr. Winner. But that doesn't mean I should give up. Grumb the goo! Okay. Maybe it's not there. Maybe it's on the next one because her flame was snuffed out.
Objection!
No! Okay, I'm getting the walkthrough. Because I know what I have to do. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection Walkthrough. Oh. A Turnabout Forsaken! Oh,
My daughter.
okay. Why would that be what it is? Oh, because it's got blood, right?
Objection!
Duh. Maybe you can clear something up for me, Judge Gavel. But what is Miss Hart doing here at this hearing? She is an eyewitness. I thought it would be obvious. Well, now, I ain't really an eyewitness. More of an air witness, I guess. She's not exactly the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she? I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth. Then you should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. It's a photo taken by Miss Hart. Yes, in the storeroom, correct? What of it? According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. But according to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom. Just before she took this picture.
Wait, you're saying Gavel got it?
Wrong. That's exactly what I'm saying.
What?
Miss Hart, if I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed that night, you saw the person in the picture, correct?
I sure did, clear as day, and with my own 2 eyes to boot.
And what were your impressions at that point?
My impressions? This right here is a scoop of the century? Something like that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was hoping more for your impressions of the person in question.
Oh, that there's a walking meal ticket?
She's funny as fuck.
Seriously? Just my little joke. No need to look at me like I done sat on your lunch. Old red raincoat, right? Why, I took one look and I thought, that's our perp right there.
And therein lies the rub. For Miss Hart to have thought,
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, when will you learn to use your words? If it's an explanation of the facts that you require, you need only ask, you know.
what do you mean?
I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard. Voices that may be unrelated.
Objection!
Unrelated? You can do better than that.
Was one of the voices Miss Hart heard really even Miss Ringer's?
You're kidding me, right? Them folks was talking crime-related turkey, or my name ain't Lotta Dang Hart.
Ah, but you did hear them clearly.
Oh, wait,
But did you hear them clearly?
Can't rightly say for sure, but... I can't rightly say nothing, and you know it. They was using voice changers, I done told y'all that.
Precisely. Miss Hart heard voices, but those voices were disguised. Which means we cannot even be certain that whatever she did overhear had anything to do with the murder.
Objection!
You don't need to yell objection in order to sigh at me, Mr. Edgeworth.
it seems I overestimated you, Judge Cavell.
Nonsense. Verity's the best of us, my boy. The very best.
And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have had anything to do with the murder. Even supposing that that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. The incident happened before the victim was able to go up to the roof. That much we can say for certain. And I can tell you why. This proves that the incident happened before the victim went up to the roof.
Blurred.
Take that!
We initially thought that the person in the red raincoat was the culprit.
Yes, because Miss Hart said as much.
Indeed. She told us about the blood she saw on this person's hand. And I doubt many people would have thought differently, given her testimony. Ergo, if this person is the killer, then the blood we see would be from when they attacked the victim. Back for more Grumble the Goo. Wait, what I come into the chat, and the chat right before me also says that. Oh, yes! Grumb the Goo. Grumb the Goo. Literally bitches who say ergo. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. Nope. There we go. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack. But now it tells us something very important about the victim, too. This picture tells us that the victim survived the attack? Struck the killer? Struck the killer. Nope. The victim must have struck the killer. She must have struck them hard enough to draw blood, thus the blood on her hand.
Mr. Edgeworth, all the blood at the scene was shown to have been from the victim. Which means your theory holds no water whatsoever. Ah! That wasn't it.
This picture was taken after Miss Hart heard the sounds of the attack, right? And there's blood dripping from the person's hand, so...
You're right. That can only mean one thing about the victim.
Right. Survived the attack.
There's no doubt in my mind that the victim was attacked in the storeroom.
I couldn't remember if, like, our perpetrator had, like, a wound or something. I can't remember. Oh, your Gavel voice is so dignified.
Thank you. I've been developing this voice for her character specifically. For...
When did I first play Investigations? Was that 2020?
For about 5 years.
That's crazy. I like Ringleader because Rosie Ringer is a name pun that works. Yeah. I love 2020. Wow. Yeah, I love Rosie Ringer as her localized name. But here we have the photographic evidence of her standing upright and alive, albeit with a bloody hand. This can only mean that Ms. Ringer survived the attack. The blood on her hand is from the wounds she had. Oh my God! The blood on her hand is from the wounds she had sustained. Damn, you guys are old.
What are you talking about?
No, not. It's true.
What are you talking about? Who dies from a hand wound?
The wound wasn't on her hand, Mr. Winner. I imagine she had used her hand to try and staunch a wound. That's right. While it's impossible to tell from this angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here.
Oh ho ho! Well, that certainly would change things, wouldn't it?
It very much would. Not least by making it absurd to suggest Kay was the attacker. Her encounter with the victim happened after this picture had been taken. After the victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I put it to you that all Kay witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds. No, Twitch, I don't want to spend my channel points on an IRL word ban. I'm saving up for City Escape. City Escape was first introduced because author author wanted to pay channel points to have me sing City Escape right in the last case of when I first played Investigations. Wow. It's been 5 years of City Escape threats. Can we get a 10 million reward? Okay, that's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, puzzle was an iconic word ban while playing Layton. That was a really, really good one. What about just like 1 million? What would be a good 1 million? 1 million, it would be like stop the game you're playing and like go play Squeak a game or something. Stop the game and go play like Quirtle. Or yeah, we had to, well, and that reminds me of a tricky situation. We had to find different words adjacent to puzzle. It was great. 1 million, we start watching Germa clips. Fantastic. Good. Okay, let's do that.
That would have been quite the coincidence.
1 million, watch one episode of the Ace Attorney anime. Don't threaten me with a good time. It's a textbook case of wrong place, wrong time, I'd say.
You seem to be forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, that or pretending not to remember it.
What? What fact am I forgetting? 1 million dub the Ace Attorney anime! This, okay. All right, I'm taking notes. I'm taking idea notes.
I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Don't you? I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Put the boy out of his misery.
Dad, Gavel works for me.
Dad! Okay, Grace, can I just tell you how obsessed I am with your Eustace voice? It's just so fucking funny. Dad!
I'm just channeling me at like 12 years old.
It's so good!
He is a little baby to
He
me.
is.
Dad, Mom said it was my turn on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad, I froed up.
Why do you keep giving her orders? That's my job.
You really are a total and utter disappointment, embarrassment. Both of them.
I'm not.
I hate to break it to you, but you both are. Eustace is such an I'm taking my basketball and going home kid.
Yeah. Go to it, Gavel. Put Edgeworth out of
his misery. As you wish.
I love her saying that with her big gavel,
Yeah. It's a literal threat.
yeah.
What you're forgetting. Ms. Ringer's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest. And we all know what those wounds are from, don't we? That's right. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabrum. I doubt anybody could survive such grave wounds. If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune.
Nicely done, Gavel. Now Edgeworth will
Make
have to.
several objections? Yes, I'm afraid I will.
What? Why? Weren't you listening?
Oh, I was listening. Very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections.
Come on. Why do you always have to undermine me?
Go on.
That's never my intention, I assure you.
It isn't?
Because you do it so well to yourself every single time already.
Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that. Because I'm...
Please, Eustace, just stop, for goodness sake. You've already embarrassed me enough.
Huh? What do you mean, Dad?
Gavel voice. Well, anyway.
Well,
Hold it!
But the victim may not necessarily have died instantly. I think we can say that much at least.
perhaps. But she would surely not have lived for longer than a few moments either.
So, there are people who could survive even if you stab them in the chest?
Sure, there might be. And there might not be, too.
So, which is it?
Trust me, there are not. And in case you're still tempted to believe there might be,
Okay.
Well, if you took the time to read it, of course. Where the fuck is it? Did we get the coroner's report? Okay, well, hey, Verity, can I have it? Cause of death is the set of 3 puncture wounds on the left side of the chest inflicted by a candle holder. Do we have it? Oh, wait, yes, coroner's findings, okay. Suffered a head injury post-mortem. I know an updated autopsy report when I see one.
Well done for reading, Mr. Edgeworth. That report forms the basis of my own conclusions. Basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy this game.
In other words, if I disprove what it says, I disprove your conclusions too.
You have the strangest sense of humor, but I wouldn't mind seeing you try. However, before you do, I would advise you to read that report very carefully. After all, I am not interested in your opinions, only in solidly grounded deductions.
Very well. Then you shall have my deductions.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be all right. I need to find something to prove that the victim was still alive and breathing immediately after the attack. If I can't, Kay's fate will be sealed. Okay. Present. Because she had a head wound.
Objection!
She had a head wound! Would you care to revisit your testimony at all, Judge Gavel?
No, why?
I think I already read this. Well, no, nothing seems out of place. I already got this one. Okay. So I need to show that she, like, survived head injury sustained post-mortem. Oh, after she died. Okay. Oh, wait! Hold on. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay. Oh. So true. This game is hard. Sorry, I'm looking at the... Because there's no...
Objection!
prong holes in that. Chairman Winner. You know what this is, of course.
The red raincoat. That's right, isn't it, Verity?
Yes, sir. The one Ms. Ringer was wearing. I warn you, Mr. Edgeworth, you will not be thanked for retreading old ground here.
Well, I'm afraid I might have to, regardless. Now then, if you'll answer me this, Judge Gavel. You told us that the victim's bloodstains were found on the coat. But do you remember where exactly they were found?
Of course. They were found on the hood and... No!
What's the matter, Verity?
The hood and... Was blood found anywhere else on the raincoat?
No, it was not.
Doesn't that strike you as odd? The victim died of stab wounds to the chest. Wouldn't that lead one to expect to find bloodstains in that area? And yet, there was blood only on the hood. That's a glaring contradiction, if ever I saw one. The head wound the victim suffered wasn't just some incidental injury. It was inflicted before the stab wounds to her chest.
Perhaps you are correct. Perhaps the victim did sustain the head injury first. As you said, if she had been stabbed first, there should be blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, Ms. Ringer cannot have been stabbed before the head injury had been inflicted on her. But even if we concede this point, that the head injury came before the chest wound, what difference would it make? How does it change our understanding of the case?
I'd say it changes things a great deal. In fact, it raises an even more fundamental contradiction.
That is quite the bold claim, Mr. Edgeworth. I have to admit, you have me intrigued. Perhaps you could show us this fundamental contradiction with some evidence.
Which piece of evidence best demonstrates the contradiction the order of the injuries revealed? The coroner's findings? Because it's public postmortem? This is Dr. Hertz's preliminary findings, according to which the victim suffered a head injury post-mortem.
But the order suggested by the bloodstains on the raincoat is...
Exactly the opposite, yes.
Bailiff, this court hereby subpoenas Dr. Hilda Hertz to the committee chamber with all due haste. Until she testifies, this case cannot be brought to a close.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll go fetch her at once.
Unfortunately, Dr. Hertz is a very busy woman. I doubt she will be able to come immediately. In the meantime, there is another important angle I would like to explore. Frankly, something has been bothering me about the person at the heart of this case. This so-called ringleader. Who exactly are they?
Yeah, good point. We never looked into that, did we? Oh, huh.
Same thing.
Despite having been mentioned repeatedly in this hearing, we still don't know even the most basic facts that might help us uncover their identity. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any thoughts on the matter?
We've seen nothing that might serve as clear evidence of the auctioneer's identity as of yet. But there is someone involved with the case that I can name. I suspect that at the very least, they might be able to point us in the right direction.
And that's...
Chairman Winner, I demand that you testify as to what you know.
What? Are you crazy? Why would you accuse my dad?
My dad!
You would cast doubt on the integrity of the chairman of the committee? Do you understand the implications of such an act?
I don't care who or what he is. We're talking about the truth here. And about a man who seems dead set on framing Kay at all costs. The mask, corsage, ticket stub, and everything else. The items Kay was carrying when she was found. They were deliberately placed in her possession somehow. By Chairman Winner himself.
A shocking accusation, and one I find hard to believe. But for the sake of completeness, I must ask, why would he do such a thing?
To cast suspicion on Kay, of course. Why else? I even managed to get him to say something to that effect.
Chairman Winner, your rebuttal, please.
I think the good chairman might be in shock.
So what if I did? Did you hear me, dear boy? I said, so what if I did? You say you got me to admit as much, but where's your proof, With no witnesses to speak of, your word alone is hardly enough to make an accusation like that stick. Or do you mean to tell us that you have something more to base your outburst on?
He still has the arrogance he showed back at the detention center. And yet...
Mr. Edgeworth, I am going to have to ask you to explain yourself. If that's all right, Mr. Chairman.
Not at all. I'll be very interested to hear this for myself. I'm intrigued to learn where Miles might have gotten the idea that I'm some sort of criminal. Is it the way that I smile? Or is it my oblong eyeballs? Because you'll never find a more fine and upstanding citizen than myself.
He has a lot of nerve acting all innocent like that. Very well, let's start at the beginning. The fact that the auction took place right here in this hallowed trial chamber is a point of suspicion. A location that should, by rights, only be accessible to members of the committee.
Yeah, they all have keycards to the room, after all.
Furthermore, these auctions seem to be held on a somewhat regular basis. And for that to be possible...
There can be only one winning explanation.
That's right, Mr. Winner. That the auctioneer is a member of the committee.
No!
What on earth is wrong now?
What do I do, Dad? I played right into his hands.
Oh, you did indeed, you utter nitwit. But Miles, my boy, you do realize that you've cast quite the wide net with your explanation.
I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 chairs. So, I mean, that narrows it down. And also, one of them is dead, so there's 10 people it could be.
That's true.
Oh, she said. Sorry.
There are 11 members of the committee altogether. 10, given Miss Ringer's unfortunate passing. 10 potential suspects in total.
You're just really locked in the very.
I am super locked. Yeah, yeah. Verity and I.
It certainly isn't me. And it can't be the chairman. Can it? Whoever it is, speak up. Right now.
Love. It's something basic reading ability. Okay! I wasn't reading it, though. I was distracted counting.
Calm down, all of you, please. Well, Miles, is that all the proof you've got against me? You're very quiet all of a sudden. But it's too late to back out now. You accused a former chief prosecutor and current committee chairman of a crime. I would tell you to prepare for the worst. The worst being get lit on fire, but there's no preparing for what you're about to face. Put him in the bread oven. You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now. Where the murder happened, the order of the victim's injuries, some other things I hardly even remember. But you needn't have bothered, my boy, because it's all irrelevant in the end. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. That's all that matters at the end of the day. And her sentence will be lighter for it. So rejoice!
This testimony was called "'Cause I'm Gonna Bully You" in the fan translation. Well, at least he's more upfront about it.
And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes in it as you see fit.
How can I when that was barely a testimony to begin with?
That man, he's a very powerful person, isn't he? It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Please just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it.
You saw a flash of something half remembered, Kay. Nothing more. If you must believe in something. Believe in me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead.
But
I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. Believe in the me that believes in you. But he seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I can use that against him. Oh yeah, this is actually so true. Can we get some Plushworth and Kworth in chat? Wait, no, Plushworth and Plush K. That's what it is. Kworth is just, like Kay when she fully masters the Edgeworth glare. That's, like... Plush K is locked? There's no fucking way. She should be base. Yeah, no, I know, Grace, listen, I know. Like, as soon as I said it, I was like, nope, that's not what I meant. I'm redefining it as Kworth being post-adoption papers. You know what I mean? I like thinking about how Kay is like, she's going to sign the adoption papers and she's like,
can you change your name to, like, Sedgeworth or, like, Credgeworth or something that starts with a C?
And he's like, I'll bite. Why? And she's like, because then my initials would be KFC! K Faraday Sedgeworth! K Faraday Cringeworth! Oh, can you see K? Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. See a glimpse of my messy ass bed. It's fine. I don't care. K Miku Faraday Cringeworth. Exactly. Here she is. My friend, Big Clingy, you don't know Jet, but I used to stream with Jet a lot, and he made me this K, and she's so cute. Wait, I have to get, it's handmade. Your chat's probably just behind. I have to get Plushworth now. See, it's hilarious because, like... Oh, yeah. I already ordered the plush K keychain. So she's, like, for some reason, so much bigger than him. I don't know if it... She's very, like she's a lot bigger than him for some reason. So it's just really funny that, like, when Jet made this K plush, he made it like a lot bigger than Plushworth too. We're gathering evidence to the fact that she grows taller than him, and that's great. Isn't that quite nice? I can't wait to... I need to get the Susato sum so fucking bad. He needs his sister. He's all alone. He needs his sister.
Wait, Grace. Can I ask your brother to also get me a Susato, and then when you come here later, you can bring me Susato? Is that too much? I need her so bad. I'll ask you later. I can ask, but I doubt he would pick up another one. Why? Why? They fit in your pocket. I mean, I'd pay him for it, but if he doesn't want to, then it's fine. I'm just saying. It would be convenient for me.
Hold it!
Just because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth.
Oh, if he's still in Osaka, maybe. Okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Kay is suffering from amnesia, so any statement she makes should be taken with at least a grain of salt.
Objection!
Even so, it doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy? And it would be nonsensical to dismiss her confession outright.
Present Tony's unhinged love of Ace Attorney on his statements about not picking up another one. Okay. My unhinged love of Ace Attorney will become clear soon. Possibly in a few weeks. We'll see. Put a pin in that for now.
I'll tell you what, why don't we ask her one last time? Though I'm sure she'll just say she did it again.
Fine. Let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit.
Huh? You mean me?
Is this really what you want, Mr. Edgeworth? If it goes badly, it could significantly weaken your position.
I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her.
You really know how to tug at an old man's heartstrings, you know. But fine, ask away, on one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. We'll call the proceedings to an end then and there. Agreed?
Call the proceedings to an end? You mean the hearing?
Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you aren't a complete muddlehead after all. Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again, and all that happens is the girl confirms her guilt, she is officially declared guilty on the spot. Yes, that sounds like a great plan, if I do say so myself.
That's it? You just declare her guilty just like that?
That's the gist of it.
It's a big risk, but he's going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Kay,
Yes?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help us prove your innocence?
Why? Why are you still fighting it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. I can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you. Please, just accept it. The Kay you thought you knew is a dangerous criminal. A criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust.
Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough. And right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. You would never commit a murder. You could never. Because this is who you really are!
Take that!
You're the great thief, Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw who would never stoop so low as to kill.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned. I have to face it.
Hold it!
You break the good laws. No! The only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you. As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you?
No, it's not that. You're trying so hard to help me. And you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop. I'm begging you.
Ah, so that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate is because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the Kay I know would have done.
You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. And I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon.
All timer. All fucking timer.
Funny as fuck.
God.
I've never been a good person, and you've always seemed to enjoy that.
Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you.
What's his fucking problem?
So you see, I've merely been servicing my own ego, regardless of what I put you through. Okay, please don't believe I intend to be anything other than a massive bitch for the rest of my life. Now, let's try this again. See the good in yourself, Kay. Remember the noble thief you truly are. That memory of you committing the murder, you need to question it with all you have. That's all I ask. So please, do it for me. Kay! What's wrong? Did you remember something? Ho! It'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did.
A cow.
A cow?
Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details.
Bull! Rip bull! Bull! In the fan translation, Grace, she just, instead of saying a cow, she just said bull ... And because, like, okay, when that first happened, I got really excited because I thought that she got her memories back and she was gonna say, like, bull. Bullshit!
Well, Kay, what can you tell us about this cow?
I remember now! The person in the red raincoat, She had it in her hand. A stuffed cow! I can see it so clearly now.
Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain?
Yes, I'm sure.
Then this court acknowledges the defendant's latest statements as new testimony.
Objection.
Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this.
With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is new and highly relevant evidence.
Objection.
Need I remind you of the addled state of her memory? No, this simply won't do.
Addled? But if we claim her memory is unreliable now, then our own argument is weakened, sir. Information pertaining to... You said so yourself only a few minutes ago. That thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details. Did you not? Were we to call the validity of her memories into question, then we must also call into question the confession on which our entire argument is based. Is that really the most advisable course of action?
Yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit, then.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're still in the game, but only by the skin of our teeth. And only thanks to Judge Gavel's intervention. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second.
She's so...
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, the stuffed animal.
I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor.
We found it in the storeroom, and believe it is yet another auction lot.
Yes.
Wait, that's...
Do you know something, Gavel?
No, it's just not what I imagined.
I suppose it's a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. I should look it over carefully. The right horn seems intact, but I can't say it's doing much for the overall symmetry of this stuffed toy.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth. It moves.
It does?
It sounds like sand being crushed.
It would seem there is a recording device hidden inside.
And I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I finally have my revenge.
Could this be the moment of the murder?
Someone made a recording of it.
Hey, that's them right there! Them's the voices I heard, sure as eggs is eggs!
Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded.
I was wondering about that voice for a moment, and then I was like, oh right, everyone had voice changes for the auction. Yes, that's my voice modification voice.
It's possible they have nothing to do with the murder. If only there was some accompanying video footage.
You got bugs in your ears or something, lady? I done told y'all, them's the voices I heard.
You know,
And we already know the victim was holding that thing, right? So it's gotta be from when she got.
Yes, it's a possibility. but a weak one without more than your word to back it up. We need something more, something credible. We need... Yet again, she seems to be stepping in to help. Into help. Judge Gavel, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe we have something that could explain what these words are referring to and how it's all related. Which piece of evidence proves that the voices are from when the murder occurred?
Take that!
The coroner's preliminary findings. How do they prove anything? Indeed. What on this page shows that the voices must be from the time of the murder?
Take that!
If you read this part of the report again, you'll soon see what I'm getting at.
This looks like wrong answer dialogue.
Which part exactly, may I ask?
This part, perhaps?
How should I know? I thought I had it for a moment there.
Maybe we should listen to the recording again. There's probably something important in there.
Yes, and then let's give the coroner's report another good look as well. I clicked on the burn mark! Mr. Edgeworth, where in the report does it suggest that the voices we heard are connected to this case?
The part where it says basic reading abilities. Fuck off. Prominent burn mark. Okay, fine, I'll go right there. Burn mark. Burn mark.
Take that!
That's where okay, whatever. It's fine.
Mr. Edgeworth, basic reading ability is necessary to fully enjoy this investigation.
Think again on the words we heard. This particular part sticks out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent burn mark on the back of her right hand. And what of it? According to Kay's testimony, the victim was carrying the stuffed cow toy. And a burn mark, an identifying mark unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured.
It's just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time. Right?
I'm not so sure that it does. Especially not in this case. The court accepts that the recording may be from the time of the murder.
In which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprit. And based on the content of the conversation, it seems likely that it's the one we hear the most.
But that still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they're male or female.
Due to the voice changers, correct. Unfortunate, but unavoidable.
One thing, however, has become clear. We are now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Miss Ringer and her killer.
Just like I done told you they was. We can say something else now, too.
Then let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman.
Do as you wish. According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, two people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. The ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. The murder happened immediately afterward, and the auction carried on after that. All of which points to one key fact. What else does this latest revelation tell us?
Since the ringleader was the auction's sole auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim.
Hey, Gavel.
Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy.
And if they weren't the victim, then they can only have been the killer.
A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive.
I am fully aware of that, Your Honor. I was merely warming up for the main event. There were certain traces left on the scene that seemed to suggest that the ringleader was the killer.
Then please hurry up and show us.
What is something that was placed on the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer? Is it this? Sorry, I'm gonna double check if it's this, 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 if it's this. Yes, it is that.
Take that!
The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. It was due to that blood that we originally thought the murder had happened in this chamber. But it was simply a ruse designed to cover up the blood that had dripped down from the storeroom.
In order to conceal the existence of the underground auction, correct?
Correct. If the culprit had nothing to do with the auction, they would have had no reason to cover up that blood. Which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same.
And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name?
The auction is always held in this committee chamber, with its storeroom located just overhead. So at the very least, we know the murderous ringleader has some connection to the committee. Yes. And you suspect me, correct? As the committee's most powerful member, that should hardly be a surprise, right?
Objection!
You're a fine prosecutor. That much I'll give you. But as I think I may have mentioned already, you're also hopelessly naive. You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share after all.
I inhaled some of my spit. 1 second. Why is he always making these noises that make me choke on myself? Do I have any evidence to show that Chairman Winner is the murderer? I don't. It was Chairman Winner himself who brought up the fact that I suspected him. And he seemed confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable. Which means he knows. He knows I have nothing.
Oh, well, Miles, my boy, time to pay the piper. I've always wanted to say that. Verity, he's all yours.
Wait! Dang it, I just remembered something!
Huh? Did you have amnesia too?
No, it just done came to me. Flash of inspiration, you know how it is.
Very well. Say your piece.
Objection!
What are you doing, Verity?
Mr. Edgeworth has made it clear that he won't give up until the very last lick of hope has been extinguished. So extinguish we must, lest he try to drag us through this excruciating process again in the future.
But I was gonna kill him after this, so there's no need for that.
Yeah, what she said. I don't quite get it, but it sounded pretty cool. Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Cavell bring this to a winning finish. We'll show them how wrong they are.
Fine. Let's hear what the witness has to say.
You heard the chairman, Miss Hart. If you would be so kind.
Well, all right then. Here goes nothing.
The facts, Miss Hart, and nothing but the facts, please.
Don't you worry your pretty little head on that front. I'm a journalist. Truth's my middle name. Lot of truth heart.
Color me officially worried.
Lot of truth heart. Actually, I think Truth might actually be her middle name. Lot of truth. Lot of truth
Oh,
heart.
I love that.
Yeah, lot of truth.
So the ringleader's the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of them auction goers. Thing is, that don't add up. I counted 11 people coming down that hatch. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then the murder happened, and then the auction started back up again. Now, I had me a look back downstairs right after that. No. And wouldn't you know it, there were 11 little duckies all lined up in a row again.
How? And you're sure of this, Miss Hart?
Sure can be your gavel ship.
Your gavel ship is really good.
Saw 'em with my own 2 peepers.
So 11 before the murder and 11 again right after means... Wait, that's a thingy.
A contradiction, Eustace. Do try to keep up.
Miss Hart, did nothing really change at all?
I done told you already. They carried right on again like nothing even happened. Oh, except for... It wasn't nothing much, but...
What is it?
That little old mallet doodad. Can't have yourself an auction without one. Kinda like the one Missy over there's got, but different.
The auctioneer's hammer.
That's the bunny. I done heard that thing banging and clanging right the way through. Then nothing. Just like that.
So the noise of the hammer stopped midway through? Could it have something to do with the murder?
I love that all of like the judges like gavels just have like a little like fuck, and hers is like boosh. It makes me very happy.
If what Miss Hart is telling us is true, we have something of a problem. Namely, that if the victim is neither the auctioneer nor one of the attendees, your entire theory cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth.
Chalk 1 up for justice. Eat that, Edgeworth.
See, Mr. Edgeworth? There really was nothing we could do.
No, there must be something we're overlooking. Something we still don't have an explanation for. I just need to think. If I can't, Kay is...
All right, kids. Do we finally have all our answers now? If so, then I expect you to make good on...
One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment.
Her theme.
After all, we have one more matter yet to resolve. And until we do, we cannot claim complete and total victory over Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, you can barely hear the music?
I asked you to let me know. It's okay.
How's that? Is it too loud now? Apparently music's fine. Is it okay? It looks fine on my thingies.
Is that not so, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, I expected you to have raised your voice by now. A loud, hold it, perhaps?
Oh, yes, of course. And once again, she has rescued us from the jaws of defeat. Very well, let's get this over with, shall we? What is this one matter that still remains?
Why, the contradiction in the coroner's report, sir.
That's...
I'm back with the witnesses, Your Honor. Okay. If the grandma doesn't actually talk, Grace, I want you to do her voice when Needler is doing her voice, okay?
Okay.
Because I feel so bad that I was like, oh yeah, you should be the grandma. And then
No, I literally thought she talked.
I thought she talked. Okay, anyways. But now you know.
Well, what's this all about? Why'd you call us back down here? Did somebody suddenly fall ill? I'll have a compress ready in 2 shakes of a ouch!
So do you want me to do her voice?
Yes, please.
Okay.
This better be good. Did somebody else drop dead? Well, they might soon wish they had.
Dr. Hertz, Miss Needler, thank you for coming on such short notice. Let me assure you, this won't take long.
Quit trying to butter me up and cut to the chase, will ya?
Of course. We summoned you here to confirm something.
What is Judge Cavell up to?
Dr. Hertz, this court asks that you provide the unabridged truth regarding the following. Do you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for their complete and total accuracy?
Grandma doesn't make mistakes, ever!
That's strange.
Huh? What do you mean?
In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Did you alter, tamper with, or in any way falsify your findings?
That's awful! How could you even say that?
What are you asking me for? Why the heck would I want to do that?
To help the true culprit, of course.
As if I'd know anything about all that. I just know I didn't do anything of the sort.
Then that seems doubly strange. What other explanation could there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might have any thoughts on the matter? It's not like you to be coy, I must say.
Why does she keep taking charge and helping me? I still don't know what she's trying to do, but I'll happily take what I can get. If everything was recorded accurately and then handed off to Mr. Winner according to protocol, then the report shouldn't contain any mistakes.
Wait. For the record, I didn't do anything to the report.
I guess we'll see, won't we? Dr. Hertz, perhaps we could begin with your side of the story?
Why do we even need to? This is pointless.
I'll be the judge of what's pointless, thank you very much.
We have patients waiting back at the hospital. But Grandma, ouch! We really don't have time for this.
Won't you please help us? I can't stress how important this is.
Grandma says she'll testify. But could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer.
And yet you had no qualms about taking your time and buying cotton candy the last time we saw you.
You don't fucking know what's going on at the hospital. You don't know.
We'll let you go as soon as we can, I promise. Assuming you tell us the truth, that is.
No way there's a mistake in Grandma's report. Not never.
I've been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive, Sonny Jim. Me writing something wrong is about as likely as...
Ouch!
And what the heck do you think I'd stand to gain by doctoring a file? Don't make a lick of sense.
And that's all she has to say. Nothing funky here.
See, it's just as I thought. There's no chance the good doctor doctored her findings.
And you swear by the holy goddess that this testimony is true.
Recommend pressing the last statement. Okay.
Of course! Grandma's never told a lie in her...
Objection!
Your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Needler. Your grandmother is the subject of this inquiry, not you.
Not necessary? That's not fair! I'm the only ally poor Grandma has!
Go ahead and shout objection left and right, but you best be prepared then, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor.
Got him, Grandma.
Oh, I'm more than prepared. I'm ready to expose the truth behind the error in the report.
I like the face she gets when she's quoting her grandma.
Hold it!
Did anything stand out as strange to either of you when you were examining the body?
Let's see. Huh? What's that, Grandma?
Pretty strange young fella showed up, that's for sure.
A strange man? Who?
Dressed like a danged fool he was, all frilly round the neck and such. And the dangdest thing of all, even though we all knew the idiot boy was about to get fired, he still insisted on messing with my scene. That's right, I'm talking about you, mister. Ruffle-necked ruffian, crimson-suited creep.
Crimson-suited creep?
Oh, so Mr. Edgeworth is a ruffian and a creep.
Those are not words you need to commit to memory, Kay.
Dr. Hertz, doesn't sound like she's lying.
No.
So, you are a crimson-suited creep?
But she only communicates through her granddaughter. I should probably try to make sure that Nurse Needler is being truthful too.
Hold it!
The victim appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury. And yet, there was not a single drop of her blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making it pre-mortem.
Oh, that's... Ouch!
I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man.
Okay.
My dinged report already says what you just said, don't it?
Objection!
Your report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem, which is the exact opposite of what I just said.
Oh. Sure.
I diligently dictated that report to Florence here, and she wrote it all down just like I said it. If something happened to it after that, or nothing to do with me.
You dictated it? If you could please tell me more.
Hold it!
Is Florence her Needler's first name?
Just so we're on the same page, what were your conclusions regarding the body?
Well, like I said, ouch! Sorry, it was,
Death from a good hard knock to the noggin.
And can you say for certain when that knock happened, Dr. Hertz?
Pre-mortem, of course. Chest wound happened after the poor girl died. I told Florence that, and she wrote it right down. So that's what it says in my danged report.
That may be what you told her, but I think we're finally getting to the truth.
Objection!
Okay, bye, Ninji. Have a good Betty bye.
Dr. Hertz, I'd like you to take a look at the report for yourself.
oh, I'll read it to, ouch!
This ain't what I said. This ain't what I said at all.
What? What do you mean exactly?
I don't know! But I can't say that!
Ms. Needler, if you are attempting to bury Dr. Hertz's truth, I will gladly hear her confession myself on behalf of the Goddess of Justice.
Dr. Hertz seems to be telling Judge Gavelle something in private.
What? I see. Very well. Allow me to relay to everyone what you have just told me. Ain't no doubt about what I said. I dictated my findings to Florence just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have wrote it down wrong or something.
Wow! That was a great impression!
Yes, but was it really necessary?
Maybe I should have done it better.
So, in summary, there was an error in the report. And it was all because of you, Nurse Needler. The true facts have now been shown to be that The true facts have now been shown to be that the head injury occurred prior to the chest wound. The question now, Miss Needler, is why did you introduce such an error?
Just a minute, Verity. You make it sound as if the poor girl did it deliberately. Whereas it seems to me she just made a little mistake. Pre-mortem, post-mortem, they're practically the same word, don't you think?
Except they mean two completely opposite things. This was deliberate, no doubt about it.
Why would she want to change it?
Exactly! Thanks, ouch!
You won't get away that easy. Explain yourself, young lady.
But Grandma,
You submitted a falsified report, an act that led to Kay being accused of murder. You owe us an explanation.
I can't tell you!
Not don't want to, but can't?
This is really rather unpleasant, don't you think? Ganging up on this poor, considerate girl who's only looking after her grandmother. She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake, so why not leave it there?
Objection!
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because the only person her testimony would hurt is you.
What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're now a de facto ex-prosecutor, you're gonna need to explain yourself better than that.
I'd be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you. Nurse Needler's role in this crime was very important because she's a co-conspirator.
And literally, Miles is so slay in this case. He's like,
Wouldn't you like to know? I will explain myself.
yeah, he's so fucking rude in this.
Nurse Needler doctored the report in order to cover for her accomplice.
Ouch!
So she's a co-conspirator. This innocent young thing? Do share your grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy.
The murder couldn't have been committed by one person working on their own. Without at least two people, it wouldn't have been possible to.
Let me just make sure it is Dr. the report. Maintain attendee numbers! So true.
If the auctioneer was the murderer, and the victim was one of the attendees.
Yeah, Kay is on the line. He can't, his partner, his acquaintance, his dear acquaintance is on the line.
The fact that a witness testified to there being 11 attendees, even after the murder, doesn't make sense.
Hey, watch it! Y'all gotta call my good word into question now, too?
That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you at your word, which means there must be a co-conspirator.
I know it's hard, my boy, but sometimes you just have to accept that you were wrong.
Objection!
I wasn't wrong. I just hadn't considered the possibility of the killer having an accomplice. But as soon as we do, things start to fall into place. If the killer's accomplice returned to the auction room in place of the victim, there would indeed have been 11 attendees both before and after the murder.
Well, so that's your thinking, is it? It's certainly an intriguing theory. But surely the imposter would have been spotted right away?
I don't imagine that Nurse Needler looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anybody noticing. Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? Did you take the victim's place at the auction?
I wouldn't do something like...
Now tell us! The ringleader! Who were they?
I can't tell you! I just can't! It hurt Grandma, too! I know! But Grandma...
Don't you worry about me. I can take it. You just tell me everything, child.
But...
So I was right. She was an accomplice.
Miss Needler? Why?
Well, Miss Needler, can you explain yourself?
Yes. Huh? Oh, thank you, Grandma, but I'm all right now. I confess it. I changed places with Miss Ringer.
So you admit that you were working with the ringleader?
Yeah, I was helping them. I don't know how, but they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them.
The culprit was going to be attacked by the victim?
They seemed pretty sure it was going to happen that night, so they made a counter plan. They wanted to strike first, and they wanted me to help them.
I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction began and wait there.
Now hold on right there, Missy. I didn't see nothing and my eyes don't lie. If you'd have been there from before the auction, I would have bumped right into you. I was there the whole way through and you weren't there for a bit of it.
But I'm not lying!
Well, that's easy for you to say, but you were lying about altering that report only a few minutes ago.
Objection!
I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom.
Are we? Where exactly are you trying to say our friend the nurse was hiding,
Nurse Needler hid here while she was waiting in the storeroom.
Take that!
She hid inside this clothes box.
Oh, she did she?
Huh? Well, it was there the whole time, even before I moseyed on in. But like I done told y'all, it had all them chains around it. Wanted to hide in there myself, really, but it was all locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere.
Okay, I know that Chicken Jockey is a Minecraft reference, but I have not seen Minecraft movie. I'm sorry.
Chicken jockey.
I imagine that's because Nurse Needler was already lying in there by the time you arrived.
That's right! We didn't want anybody to open it or it would have really blown our cover. So the ringleader told me to climb in and wait until it was my time. And wait until it was time for my part of the plan. Fuck. And then they wrapped the whole box up in chains. I think they took the elevator downstairs not too long after. It was just before the auction was due to start.
So, as the auction was beginning, you and Miss Hart would have been the only people in the storeroom?
Yeah, I think so.
The auction proceeded as it always did, until a certain customer came upstairs to complete her purchase. That was when the incident occurred. Ms. Hart overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around them.
You betcha! I was behind that statue there shaking like a dang leaf the whole time.
In the middle of their quarrel, Ms. Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. I imagine that the auctioneer then carried Miss Ringer's body over to the clothes box, from which Nurse Needler emerged and swapped places with the victim. After placing Ms. Ringer's body inside the box, Nurse Needler's role now was to pretend to be Ms. Ringer.
I think the clothes box from that case looked a bit different, right? Because this one's just like... Can anyone find a picture of that clothes box Maya was in? I mean, it would have a hole in it, wouldn't it? Or no? No, because... Wait. Yeah, it's different.
The two of them then returned to the room below as if nothing had happened. Does that about sum up what happened in the storeroom, Nurse Needler?
It was like green and quite nice, right? Like I thought it was really, really ornate.
Yes, in fact, that's exactly what happened.
Hold up. So you just waltzed right back on in and... Hold up. So you just waltzed right back on in and nobody noticed? This is two completely different people we're talking about. You're telling me not a one of those other folks down there at the auction cottoned on?
Why would they? The other auction goers had no reason to notice the difference when Nurse Needler entered because... As we've seen, Ms. Ringer and Nurse Needler are about the same build. What's more, the auction rules required attendees to wear their masks at all times. Let me see this box. Yeah. It's like a woven box. Perhaps bamboo, but perhaps not. If Nurse Needler were wearing the same clothes as Ms. Ringer, nobody would have been any the wiser.
No, and they weren't. I borrowed Miss Ringer's clothes and ouch!
And left the poor child in her smalls? Have you no respect, girl?
No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. It wouldn't be nice to leave her like that. So when the ringleader wasn't looking, I put that raincoat on her.
So that's how Ms. Ringer came to be wearing it. Thus, the auction was able to carry on as before. Guess the part where I caught the red raincoat on film came just after. Yeah, must be. Then it all makes sense. Right after that was when I went on over and looked downstairs through the gap in the elevator. Spied me 11 happy little auction goers, then back I snuck to my little hidey hole. Don't tell me you were hiding back there the entire time after that. Well, that is not exactly. What is it? Did something happen? So maybe I ought to have mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few winks after that. Oh, the women's zine! Ace Attorney Women. Shout out to Ace Attorney Women, one of my favorite genders. Well, passed out unconscious, you might say. What? What happened? Oh, nothing much. Kinda silly, really, but, there was this sudden loud noise and it startled me just a little bit, you know? All right, maybe more than just a little, but I just witnessed a murder. Can't blame a girl for getting jumpy. At least that got my heart shook and my head faint. Before I knew it, I was out like a light. By the time I came to, it was the next dang day, and then y'all were clanking down that ladder. I see. So you were startled by a loud noise and fell unconscious. I suppose that means you don't know what happened after that? Not per se, but, well, after the auction was over, all the masks were back on the rack. So I reckon the guests done finished up and filed out one by one like they was supposed to. Nurse Needler, once the auction had restarted, what exactly were you doing?
I was pretending to be Miss Ringer and placing bids, just as the ringleader wanted. I had to win the clothes box as I'd been instructed. It had a dead body inside after all. Imagine if somebody else had won it. We would have been in real trouble then.
So you had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime?
No, not until we came back up so I could pay for it. That was when we noticed. The ringleader told me to go look for her right away. Except I found some other girl collapsed at the foot of the ladder instead.
Okay.
Yes, she must have fallen from up on the roof and been knocked unconscious.
Guess the victim must have left that hatch wide open, huh? That would explain it. Kay would have been so shocked by seeing Ms. Ringer fall motionless right in front of her that she wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fallen right through it. That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. It was the sound of Kay crash landing onto the storeroom floor. Yeah, I suppose. Can't believe something like that done knocked me out for so long, though. So, in summary, by the time Miss Needler found Kay, you were already sound asleep behind the statue. I think we've got a good grasp on what occurred up to this point. Nurse Needler, if you would continue.
Sure. So I found Kay, and next I found Miss Ringer, and I put both of them in the clothes box. We couldn't risk any of the auction goers seeing them. That would have caused a real hullabaloo.
Was that your idea or the ringleader's?
Theirs. But putting the raincoat on Miss Ringer was my own idea. So I tried to get rid of it before they found out what I'd done.
I imagine they were none too pleased when it showed up as a surprise piece of evidence in this case.
Yeah. This part implies Kay was put in a box with a naked corpse. Yeah. I like him saying, like, so was this your idea or the ringleader's? I just have to know, just so I know who I'm killing.
And lastly, the ringleader and I put her in an auctioneer's outfit we'd prepared.
Of course, which completed the deception and made everyone think she was the auctioneer.
All in all, the auction finished up without anybody noticing anything. And that was that.
Now that we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Needler, if you have anything further to share, I'd advise you to do so immediately.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry, that's all I know. Oh, except for one other thing. It did seem a little strange, I guess. When I was borrowing Miss Ringer's clothes, I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so ouch!
You're danged right you couldn't take her hair. What kind of medical professional are you?
That's where you draw the line? So taking her clothes was okay?
Our hair was totally different. The style, the length, everything. Like, kinda panicked. But the ringleader thought of everything, including wigs. 2 of them, in fact. There was a straight one and a wavy one. They were both stashed in the clothes box.
2 wigs. But why?
Right? I wondered that too. I thought maybe they were worried she might have changed up her style. Anyway, I took the straight one. That was the one that matched her hair on the day.
Leaving a wavy wig in the box. And that's everything you know. There's nothing else you're forgetting.
No. Huh? No, really, Grandma, that's everything.
And I take it you really have no idea who the ringleader might be.
Sorry. I only know that they were in charge of the auction. I didn't see them without their mask on. And they were pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone.
Ugh! If I can't get something concrete on them... Oh! Well, Miles, are we about done? You've proven the nurse was part of the murder plot. But sadly for you, it doesn't change a whole lot. Bars. Because it does not prove that because it does nothing to prove that Kay Faraday isn't the ringleader. And justice must prevail. We can't change the law, even for your sake. Is this it? Am I not going to be able to save Kay?
Objection!
Francisca! What are you doing here?
As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, where the case leads, I follow.
Your dedication is an inspiration for us all.
But do not go getting the wrong idea, little brother. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of the prosecutor.
I understand that.
As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, you have such small breasts. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share.
Imagining the rock jamming remix of her theme with samples of small breasts faintly in the background. I'm sorry I did this to you, Francisca. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information.
They fixed subordinate. Yeah, some typos, but it was way worse on release. Yeah, I remember downloading the update on Steam, and I was like, what could they possibly be? Like Ace Attorney Investigations 2 DLC content? Typo fix. Detective Gumshoe did that?
Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle.
Oh my gosh, guys, I've been doing a horse puzzle. That's kind of Francisca core of me. It's an 1,000-piece horse puzzle.
Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second. Well, someone say something.
Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Francisca, but we already proved that ourselves.
You... what?
Yes, just a few minutes ago!
Well, why didn't you say so sooner?
You didn't exactly give us a chance.
And I suppose you know about the murder weapon too?
No, not yet.
Yay! Yay!
Sorry, I just like seeing them do this. If only Kay were sitting in the middle of them right now doing this as well. I need to draw both of them and Kay doing this. Hold on, let me just put it in my to draw folder.
I'm just picturing like a family Christmas photo, and they're just all standing there facing the camera.
Yeah. We need to get 3 sprites on the screen so we can get that exactly.
Ha! Good. Then listen up. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface. And the wounds to the chest were actually inflicted post-mortem.
A circular surface?
Objection!
And you're certain of that, I assume? Your sources are above board?
2 trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more.
Objection!
That's certainly good to know. Unfortunately, you're over...
What? I am the prosecutor in charge of Interpol's investigation into the underground auction. And this murder occurred during that auction. It would be negligent of me not to pursue leads pertaining to related parties, especially the victim.
My, you've really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear?
Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head. Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified.
Based on the shape, I might have an idea or two.
But guys, I didn't turn up any other weapon during my investigation.
And yet, one need only think about the setting and an auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious. An object with a circular surface used in an auction. We're obviously talking about... what would an auctioneer have readily at hand? An auctioneer's hammer, of course.
But we never found one of those.
If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it does seem a likely candidate for the murder weapon. But without the evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that.
Oh, I have just the evidence you need right here. This piece of evidence strongly suggests that the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon.
It would be out of character for her, but I think it would be funny if you said Gavel's hammer that she would. Oh. I don't think Gavel gives you a 90% penalty like the judge shows in JFA for saying that, though. She should. Strongly suggests. What is it? Assert that the murder weapon is the auctioneer's hammer and present Miss Hart's testimony as evidence. Let me see. I love not reading. Oh, I see. There's so much paper-based evidence in Ace Attorney investigations, too, that I just don't bother reading.
Miss Hart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said that the very prominent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Bars. Miss Hart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said that the very prominent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why. Because it had just been used in a murder and was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of. Isn't that right, Chairman Winner? I'll have our people look into this right away.
You really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? But if you can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young, when can you,
He seems very confident we'll never find it. Very well. A search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess.
To be continued.
That laugh was so like. Stop.
It's like the clown laugh. They're like,
No! I hate this. Oh my god, what have I done?
I put 6. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. Oh my gosh, it sounds like the Christmas grandma laugh.
Christmas.
It's time. Time for what again?
Silence in the courtroom, please. Ms. Von Karma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom. And no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. Ugh! That is bad news indeed. Then we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict.
Such a terrible shame.
Me doing the dishes, then I hear the last 10 seconds and wonder what the hell is going on. We're just laughing, bro. We're just having a goof and a gaff and giggle.
But I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. It's certainly not what I'd expect from a first-rate criminal mind. Someone so smart, so sexy, so filled with water bottle glasses that he's totally nondescript and specific.
There's just not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own.
Yes, it really is a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And then, when I came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one. Oh, if only you could see them. The stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces.
The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law. There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both... If only we had some proof! I never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances. The end of the road, huh? By the power vested in me, Excelsius winner, this court hereby indicts you for your crimes! Gavel!
Let's fucking go!
God, she's so fucking real! Ah! I wish there was a plush worth of her. I want fucking... This case is on fire! This case is on fire!
By the power...
Oh, thank you.
By the power vested in me by the goddess of justice, hereby get fucked, Excelsius winner!
Woo! Yeah. We love your pussy! I got an "Are you sure you want to send that?"
Hell yes, we are.
What?
Huh. What on earth's gotten into you, Verity?
Guys, I think AAI2 is really good.
Bro's dumbfounded.
And she switches sides! Yes! I'm fucking in love with this woman! Ah!
I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident. Namely, the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years ago.
But what does that file have to do with... Wait. You mean... Your late-night visit to this chamber? That was to...
Precisely. I came here to retrieve those documents.
We love a letter number incident, we do. Yeah, Esteban, you gotta play this game.
Though, sadly, it would seem that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me. That was a ruse to buy myself more time. That was a little joke. A little ring around the rosy, if you will. I just got her pan.
What the heck are you doing, Gavel? You can't just accuse my dad! Without proper grounds, it's defamation!
An excellent observation, Eustace.
It is?
And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated.
Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost's body went missing.
My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this?
Francisco.
My papa? Fabricating information? Forging evidence?
Ian Sideman.
Oh, right. Ian Sideman. Yeah, this is so funny all the time.
Ian Sideman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing. However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. Von Karma, and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs.
What?
This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power. And they're known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
What? She was responsible for the fake report?
Oh, did it say her name, the Dr. Hertz, on the evidence when we had it back then? I guess because I didn't know her localization name, so.
I know my dad killed 2 people, but I would have thought he'd draw the line at forging evidence. Wait, you have to understand, Grandma, she's not a bad person. She had to do what he said. She didn't have any choice.
He, the person in question, was the chief prosecutor at the time.
The chief prosecutor 18 years ago? No.
The man who gave Papa the first penalty of his career.
Okay, so remember when back in case 3, when we were talking about, sorry, wait. So in my stream, I brought up the controversy over this supposedly neutering Von Karma's evilness, and my chat rightfully pointed out that Excelsius didn't order Von Karma to murder a guy. That is also fucking true. That is so true. I will also point out that when we were in case 3, we were talking about how some people, like, basically put the onus on Judy Bound for DL6 because she hid some ice sculptures. So we're just not gonna say anything about this guy taking Von Karma down a peg and pissing him off enough to kill a guy. So we're blaming Judy for something she didn't even mean to do, but this guy goes scot-free. It smells a little like you hate women.
Excelsius winner! It was you!
Yeah, Judy had no idea the body was in those! It was so awful for Judy to make MBK pick up that gun and shoot Gregory with it. Yeah.
It was me all along.
And everyone's like, sorry, I went out of frame for
shadowy
that.
mastermind.
Judy!
Gunshots.
Sorry, I thought I was trying to read something and then I... Like, this is literally a conga line of murders by men being petty, yeah.
Objection!
What are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that.
Overruled.
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself?
All that nonsense with the body, that was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And the fake autopsy report? Hilda, how could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do such dishonest things behind my back.
Hold it!
We could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there, after all.
Oh, wait! Grandma can't! She's... Ouch! Grandma, I'm sorry. I knew. That's why I... Right, exactly. If I didn't, everybody would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if I didn't help them with their plan. I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
Hilda, how could you, you woman? You're obviously at fault for everything.
So you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner?
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer. And they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
Well, there must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do.
Oh, wait! Their mask didn't cover their whole face. And the part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure.
A tattoo.
Objection!
I still remember this one pro-MVK essay which included the argument MVK likely wouldn't have shot Gregory if he didn't find him in the elevator.
Yeah, it's not his fault. He was just like trying to get into the elevator and then saw Gregory there, and he just it was just an impulse.
You know. If Gregory weren't if MVK had not been presented with the perfect opportunity to kill the guy he wanted to kill and get away with it, he probably would not have shot him in the elevator. You know?
Yeah, Manfred the true mastermind.
Manfred von Karma is truly a victim of circumstance.
Ugh. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, me too.
Just kidding, I hope he rots in hell.
I hope he rots in hell.
This all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There is no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I'd know if there was one, wouldn't you? Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you want me to be. I only hope you can figure out who this shameless manipulator might be.
Overruled.
My favorite is still actually Manfred von Karma's plan was to send Edgeworth to prison and then let him prosecute like Simon Blackwell.
8D chess. He's playing 8D chess.
No, you know who is really playing 8D chess? The people who are so down bad for Manfred von Karma that they will like create any. They're the mental gymnastics. They could go to the Olympics. Like, how many hoops do you have to jump through to get to that conclusion?
I almost have to respect it.
I know, right?
At that point.
Like, wow, you can't read. That's so crazy. I really, really like that he wasn't that bad normally. It was the lead poisoning from the bullet.
That one is just too funny.
That one's really, really
like,
good.
I can't even hate.
Listen, it's more plausible than his plan was to send Edgeworth to prison so he could prosecute, like, Simon Blackquill.
It was his plan to get kicked in the dick.
Yeah.
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess!
Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here?
I am not the only one who has been trying to bring you to justice. Ms. Ringer had been trying too.
Yeah, Miles Edgeworth confessing to murdering his father was the one thing MVK didn't plan for. That was literally his plan. Like, he says out loud, he states out loud that he wanted Edgeworth to confess. Like, to the point where I think it's, oh, you're actively reading it and saying things from, oh no. Oh, that's crazy. This is all one person? Wow. That's crazy. That's beautiful. Wow. Wow, congratulations to that person for, like, not knowing how to read but somehow still writing a whole essay. Nick to Killer, the assassin who doesn't kill person. Is that person?
Oh, their mind is so beautiful.
Wow, they don't understand words. This is crazy. See, he's a good dad. He took them to the mall in the anime and he wrapped his scarf around him when picking him up after killing his dad. Never mind the, like, emotional abuse. Yeah, that's whatever. It's whatever.
That's fine.
It's so funny because Manfred von Karma is the, like, one of the only people, like, including, like it's Manfred von Karma, fucking Excelsius winner, and there's, like, a few other people that are, like, just the blatant evil villains that, like, nothing sad ever happened to them, and, like, they're just evil, and they're, like, no remorse, no whatever. Like, the writing goes out of its way. And Gant is one of them too, yes. The writing goes out of its way to show you, hey, this is a bad person. Like, they're the villain. This is the villain. This is the bad guy. Like,
It just, for me, it loops around into so, like, confusingly delusional that I love it.
It's so fascinating. I want to study these people, honestly.
And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain.
Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you see. But why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye.
You barely knew the victim. Why, I do believe that is a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
So that's how this is gonna go. You mean to hound me until I finally break? Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you.
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor. They're so cuntiful! Oh, look at them! Queen recognizes queen.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer.
Ugh, scary. Love when two bad bitches come together. I love when a plan comes together.
I love when a plan comes together.
Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. But we never really had any personal interactions. At least none that I can remember.
Sorry, just saying I love when a plan comes together is reminding me of, Have you guys watched, the new, what is it, fucking Game Changer? Or the season 4 opening, I think? There was just a really fun sequence where they were like... Anyways, whatever. If you know, you know, and if you don't, whatever. Yeah, his cross-examination portrait is horrifying.
But we never really had any personal interactions. At least, none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. And I have absolutely no idea why she was after me.
So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this?
Of course he doesn't. He isn't guilty. How could he be? He's my dad, the winner of winners.
That's very kind of you, Eustace, but you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me.
Right. You got it. I won't let them pin this on you. I believe in you, Dad. You'll beat Edgeworth. I know you will.
Yes, yes. You really are such a sweet, simple child.
He really loves his dad, huh?
But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes. No matter how much he respects him.
Oh my god. Also, the two of them together here like this. Look at them.
Like,
It's a magnitude 10 mother quake.
dude.
Yeah, I am not psychologically projecting onto Eustace at all.
What if women?
What if women?
What if women?
Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time.
Does AI2 have themes? And could the theme be parents and children? Could it be?
Slaying divas. This won't be easy on Mr. Winner. But it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this.
Everything I know about Miss Ringer. Young Rosie was a member of the committee.
Okay, I don't really care about him, so I'm just gonna... Wait, unless there's something fun. Women slaying in my video game? See, this is a game where women slay, but they also, like, slay people. It's great. Women can do it all. Yeah, shout out to Seb Fran for inspiring my entire graphic novel, I guess. Something Fathers and Legacy. True! Okay, nothing especially fun. Let's get this fucking show on the road then.
Hold it!
So you're saying you barely knew the victim at all?
That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy. Yes. Why, I never even knew about that burn mark on her hand.
You didn't?
I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone, but before you know it, they're gone.
Actually, go to the end of the testimony for some Francisca. Thank you!
It's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and gone the next.
Yes, because they dare to stand up to you, and you make them disappear. If you could please add your remark about the victim's burn to your testimony, Chairman Winner.
Okay.
I have to think back over what we know about the victim. If you're not sure how to approach this, take another look at the evidence. You just might find a new way to interpret old information.
Are you trying to help me, Francisca?
I'm trying to help Kay Faraday. I couldn't care less about you.
Nice to see she really is worried for Kay. In her own Francisca sort of way.
She's worried about Kay.
Hold it!
You're sure you didn't know about the burn mark?
You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't.
It is not like I am trying to help you, Baka.
But this wasn't just any old scar. I'd say it's pretty noticeable. It's pretty noticeable, in fact.
Perhaps under normal circumstances. But now that I think about it, Miss Ringer did always wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself.
The victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves.
It makes sense, of course. People can be very self-conscious about such things. I can only sympathize, being something of a sensitive soul myself.
I hope you're not too sensitive to append that statement to your testimony.
Although I suppose she was always wearing gloves. Perhaps it was to hide that burn.
Right, I forgot that you have to listen to the whole thing.
Objection!
I thought I could just read it, but...
So, Ms. Ringer always wore gloves? If she did, that raises a rather important question. and highlights quite a contradiction.
A contradiction, you say? Really?
If we listen again to the conversation that was captured by this stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean.
I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge.
We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assumed that those were the words of the killer.
And where's the problem in that? It seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me.
I'm afraid not, Chairman Winner. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves, as you just testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to her killer.
Objection!
You speak as if gloves can't be easily removed. She could have taken them off during the auction.
That's...
But she hadn't! She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered, too.
What are you saying, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, don't you?
I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now.
Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Winner, you danged devil!
I see. So you're both looking to disappear, too. That can be arranged.
Not this time, Excelsius Winner. The only person disappearing will be you.
Objection!
Hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. Who cares if the burn was covered up? Why does that even matter?
Objection!
Oh, it matters. Because it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head.
What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us?
Think about it like this, Mr. Winner. The victim was wearing gloves. Therefore, the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording?
Somebody who, wasn't the victim?
Precisely. Which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim.
No way!
Objection!
I love when you're doing Eustace's voice and sometimes like you sound constipated. It's great. It's like, no way! It's great.
What
it's
the
great.
fuck kind of what?
No way!
Is that what people sound like when they're constipated?
I mean, if you're like really trying to squeeze it out, I guess. Like,
And you're just free vocalizing on the toilet?
I don't know. If you really need to.
No way!
Okay, I'll try that, I guess.
No way! I've been drinking brew juice! No way!
No, this is not another shitting story. Fuck, I haven't done that. I just think it's no, don't, Tony. It's not. It's
if it
not.
makes you feel better, Tony, I can tell you it's not really a shitting story, but my toilet is like not very well connected to the ground.
You were saying last week.
Yeah. So it is like a rocking if I lean forward.
It's a little scary.
a little disconcerting.
I have to try with my neighbors You have to try, like, they will love it. Yeah. 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 And then, well, that's the thing is you have to do that for a while, and then you have to follow it up with, like, toilet flushing noise.
Eustace, my boy, would you mind stepping aside for a sec? Look, Miles, it's nice seeing you have fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now. Really? Where? Your little theory will either take flight or die, depending on your answer here, I'm afraid.
He's not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was, and fast.
I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right?
Yes, and each disguise was different. Yet, in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow. Which means...
Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark? I assume you have some evidence.
I think I have to show the mask. Present the ringleader's appearance. Oh, also had the tattoo on the part of the...
Take that!
Here is my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner.
And what exactly is that supposed to tell us?
Objection!
A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But it was a tattoo. But was it a tattoo? Or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one?
A burn mark on the face?
Objection!
Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy, but I regret to inform you that none of the committee members has such a burn. Myself included, of course.
But, Dad, I mean...
Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later.
Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner. But on this particular occasion, I am grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as good as an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped. Is as good an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. And it gives me a much needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine. Namely, who that one unexplained item belongs to.
What's the matter with Mr. Winner?
I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer.
He's sad because he knows the truth? So, it's better not to know the truth at all?
No, Kay. It's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once, right when I needed to hear it the most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence.
I want to know too. The truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me?
I very much intend to.
You don't know when to give up, do you? Where is this burn, then? Perhaps you could point it out to me. But you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found. Just like your evidence that I'm the killer.
Yeah, hunt for contradictions all you like. You won't find any. Because he's my dad! A winner through and through!
We're turboing tonight! Turbo Tony's literally real. Do you think if we go a little longer, we could finish it?
No.
No? Okay. Never mind.
I'm sorry.
We're getting to a saving point, and then we're saving. It's okay if you're sleepy. It's okay.
I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true.
But wrap-up takes a while. Okay, we'll do wrap-up next time. We love wrap-up. This wrap-up needs everyone's full attention.
But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live.
Dad, what do I do?
I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit.
But I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. They only give these to the valedictorian. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy and I graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could.
Objection!
You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Those tests you aced, I had the school give you perfect scores on all of them. Those debate and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that. Oh, God, my own son. They all leave in the end.
Confirmed Themis Legal Academy was shit even before Dual Destinies. I know we have talked about this a lot. I just think it's so funny because Sebastian, Eustace and Clavier are the same age within the timeline. So the idea that Clavier was actually top student, but he never got the valedictorian coat because Excelsius was buying all of Eustace's grades. So Clavier's sitting there he looks at Eustace with the red jacket and he's like, "It should have been mine! That was my glory!"
I mean, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Even when he was trying, he was failing, and he did it all for me? Then he should have tried harder.
You're a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father, and you certainly don't deserve to be chairman of this committee.
Even I feel sorry for the boy now. Poor Mr. Winner.
Explain yourself, Chairman Winner. Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
An utterly useless pawn sounds about right. But you're one to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust. By using Eustace, too.
I cannot deny it. However, I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless. How could you?
Objection!
Oh, because he is Verity McGirl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask him. Verity cares! Verity!
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess, to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment unto Excelsius Winner. Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so.
Guys, AI2 themes!
If the ringleader had a visible burn mark on their face that night, it would follow that Chairman Winner is certainly hiding that mark somehow.
Okay, hold on. Do we have a stopping point?
How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last. Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face?
Should we save it here? Last present of the case? Should we save it here? Or should I do the present and then we'll get to our like... Bum, 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 bum.
Up to you. It's less because I'm tired and more just because quiet hours are technically starting at 10.
Oh, okay. So let's...
But now I'm not used to singing all over the place. So.
Oh, that's true. Do the present, breakdown, then there will be a thing. So, okay, so present... The time zone thing. Right. Okay, so we'll present, then we'll break down, then we'll... Okay. Time card, timestamp. I pull timestamp. Yeah, timestamp. Present the ringleader's appearance. Present Nurse Needler's statement.
Take that!
All right. We'll all go to bed soon enough.
Recall Nurse Needler's testimony, if you will. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig. The one that wasn't used. I seem to remember it being wavy.
What are you two talking about?
Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim.
And what do they have to do with the burn mark?
What she found were two wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim. But what was the other one for?
I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare.
It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winner's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us.
Stop it! Stop staring at me!
One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it.
You mean it wasn't a wig after all?
Indeed, not a wig intended to go on top of the head in any case.
It was a fake beard all along, wasn't it, Excelsius Winner? This is all my own, dear boy. How very unkind of you to suggest otherwise.
Objection!
We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth.
It's fake. I really like how like AI2 specifically, like they did this with Judy as well, like where you have to explain where the tablecloth went and you have to say that she tied it around her waist. And this one too, like it ties in their sprites really well. I just really like how they're like the sprites are part of the solution. They're hints, that's what I mean to say.
And how he desperately tried to cover for you, even in light of his realization. Yet you still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore.
Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent birthmark. Chairman Winner, I insist that you remove your beard this instant. He looks awful. Just terrible.
There it is! The burn mark!
Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, you have my thanks. No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. Excelsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty.
Okay. All right, and then we'll do this next time. Yay! Yay, I didn't think we'd get through that whole thing.
That was impressive. And it was mostly you.
I mean, I was using a walkthrough.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I was using a walkthrough for, like, the later stuff, but... Yeah, yippee! Yeah, literally, Turbo Tony. Fun stream as always. Well, thank you guys. You guys are half the reason it's fun, because I get to, like, talk to you, and... we get to play around. We get to, like, play and have fun or whatever, like fucking friendship or whatever. Like, whatever. Ace Attorney and Grace, thank you so much. I will keep in mind that your quiet hours are 10 p.m.
Oh.
So
I
will no longer be suggesting going past 10.
Well, then we should start earlier. No. I mean, unless?
Unless? I mean, I get off work at 6, so...
No, that's so sad.
Because legal friendship is magic. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. Yes, thanks, Grace, for Grandma Voice. Grace will get more voices in Case 5.
It's true.
You've gotta. Because... Fuck. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I don't know.
For you.
No.
I feel like it's taxing.
It's not. I literally do this for practice. Case 5 has all the fucking voices. Yes, true.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to find out.
So fucking excited for Case 5. You don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah, Case 5 pages of evidence. Yeah. Anyways, yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I had so much fun with all of you. Thank you, Grace, once again. I couldn't do this without you.
Thank you, Tony, for gracing my ears with your beautiful Justine Courtney. Who's that?
Who's that?
Verity.
I don't know her. What a voice. What a voice.
Thank you. Yeah, I next Tuesday can't come soon enough. It's the most fun thing I do all week. Honestly.
Same.
Like I guess I am doing fun things when later this month when all my supplies for making my sound booth comes in, because I finally managed to buy them because I actually have money now because I'm working. But but yes, good night all, good night one and all. Enough Turbo Tony, we need gracious Grace. So true. Good night one and all. I will we'll see you next Tuesday. I'm not calling you that. Tony Professional VAR, go! God willing! God willing! God willing! We're manifesting this! I want to do cartoons so badly! Okay, anyways, I'll talk to you guys next Tuesday. Bye-bye. Mwah!